The Teal Mask DLC just dropped, and the data mine continues as we actually have the leaked Pokedex for the Indigo Disk. Let's take a look. All right, so this is crazy. Matt Yukana on Twitter throwing down with the leaked list of the Indigo Disk. This is part 2 of the DLC, coming at an undetermined time, but probably in the next few months, right? And we've got every single Pokemon that we're going to see in there. There is a few notes that the image does not include 1013, 1017 to 23, and basically clarifying that there's some species that we don't have assets for, like Archaludon, Raging Bolt, Iron Crown, Terapagos, etc. There could be other Pokemon that are not part of this, that are not part of the Blueberry Pokedex, which we've kind of seen in the past. So, but this is a pretty good glimpse and a pretty good look at what we're going to see in this DLC. As always, hit that like button if you enjoyed the video and subscribe to the channel if you guys are new for Pokemon content. And don't forget to enter our giveaway. You guys can enter to win a Nintendo Switch OLED $100 gift card, and you can check out my game Alestrals by simply following us on social media. We're in the middle of creating an incredible monster, magical, mythological franchise with some incredible creatures and an amazing card game after raising $1.4 million on Kickstarter last year. So don't miss out on the hype. But let's talk Pokemon here. Let's see all these awesome Pokemon that are going to be returning in Indigo Disk, and we're going to start it off with the starters, of course. Gen 1, Bulbasaur, Venusaur, Charizard, Blastoise. You already know. Then we've got some Pokemon that we're seeing in Teal Mask, right? You've got Sandslash and Ninetales and Vileplume and Venomoth. Some of these we're seeing already, but, you know, Vileplume there. The regular Diglett and Dugtrio line, of course. And then you've got Tentacool and Tentacruel. A lot of Gen 1 representation. Golem here and the regular Kanto Slowbro, of course. Magneton, Dodrio, Dugong, and Muck coming there. And then we've got regular Executor as well, with Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan. Then we're going to see the Rhydon line with Rhyperior. That's pretty exciting. That's a really fun Pokemon to utilize. I'm curious with Terra typing how that Pokemon could function in the competitive metagame just because of Solid Rock and its incredible attack stat. Blissey, of course. You've got Seadra, and then, of course, Kingdra, and then, you know, some other Pokemon like Scizor and Electivire. Some of these Pokemon are already part of, you know, the regular decks, but they're in the Blueberry Academy decks as well. Magmar, Tauros. Now, remember, this is Unova, too, so we're going to get to a lot of Unova Pokemon here as I kind of glance down the list. We know the Blueberry Academy's in Unova, if you missed that. A little tidbit there. So then we got Lapras and Porygon, and then Meganium, Typhlosion, Feraligatr, so the starters, of course. Lantern, Blossom, as I mentioned, Girafarig, obviously. Granbull, Quillfish, Skarmory, Porygon 2, Smeargle. Smeargle makes its return, ladies and gentlemen. The Pokemon that can learn all the moves. And then you get your Gen 3 starters, obviously. We know all the starters, right? Slacking, and then Minun and Plusle, Camerupt, Torkoal, which I think Torkoal's already in the game. Flygon, Altaria, and then we're going to skip ahead to Metagross, which is very cool. I think a lot of people knew that already. And then you've got your Gen 4 starters, right? So Torterra, Infernape, and Empoleon. We know Empoleon's going to have competitive. You can actually get it now in the Teal Mask. Then we got some fossils. Rampardos, Bastiodon actually is fossils. Then you've got Lumineon, Abomasnow, and then obviously the evolutions like Magnezone and stuff. But then we moved to Gen 5, and we got Rotom in there too. Then we moved to Gen 5, and that's where you're going to see a big representation of Generation 5, right? So you've got Serperior, Emboar, Samurott, then Zebstrika, Excadrill, which is pretty serious, and then Whimsicott returns, man. After all of this time, Whimsicott being out of the game, one of the most influential competitive Pokemon when it comes to just, you know, setting up Tailwind and stuff like that, it's actually coming back. And then you've got Crocodile, you got Scrafty, Minccino, Gothitelle, obviously, out of the game, Reuniclus, Stantler, Galvantula, Electros, Haxorus, Beartic for the Slush Rush, Golett, Braviary, Mandibuzz. That's a lot of Unova representation. It makes sense. And then we obviously know Archaludon representing Unova. We're going to Unova. There's no doubt about it. You've got your Gen 6 starters, obviously. Talonflame, Pyroar, Meowstic, and then Malamar. And then you've got your next generation starters, your Alolan starters, Toucannon, Crabominable, Araquanid, Oricorio, Comfey, Minior, Bruxish. And then you've got your Gen 8 starters, Sinistea, Alchemy, Duraludon, and then, you know, Cleaver. And then you kind of just go to your regular stuff. You got Rabsca, Farigiraf, and then they bring back up Walking Wake and, I think it's called Iron Leaves. I can't remember the name of the Virizion there, but that's your Pokedex leak, right? Like a lot of Pokemon coming back in Blueberry Academy. In terms of the Pokedex, I had just recently did the Teal Mask Pokedex. I think that this Pokedex is a little bit better. It's a lot of Gen 1, a lot of Gen 5, but I think it's pretty sweet. So I'm very excited to see this new Pokedex and find out exactly when is this DLC going to be dropping. But big shouts to Matt Yukana for the data mine, and I hope you guys found this video informative. Let me know which Pokemon you're hoping is going to return, or which one you want to see return the most, I guess, in Blueberry Academy. And maybe there's going to be some legendary stuff like the Raid Den Adventures or whatever in Crown Tundra. Maybe they add something like that, so we're missing out on some legendaries here on this list. Like and subscribe if you don't. You're going to have bad luck for the rest of the day, and you should enter our giveaway. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.